Hey, crafty friends. Today we are tackling something we all have a lot of: leftovers. I'm talking those leftover stamped and colored images that we die cut and just set to the side. You know what I'm talking about. Those special images that you stamped, colored, and die cut and just set to the side because you thought you were going to use them and then you never did. Yep, those are what we're going to be using today. So we're going to make some cute brand new cards using those leftovers. So let's jump into it right now. So if you have a little pile of cuteness just waiting to shine, grab them because we're about to give them a whole new life. Okay, friends, first things first, pull out your leftover stamped and die cut images, just like I have. It doesn't matter if they're from the same set or different sets, they're different colors, or even if they're different any holidays. Anything goes. Just get your die cuts and let's start sorting them out. I like to sort mine into groups, like maybe florals, critters, or sentiments, anything. So we're going to sort out our little die cuts here. By sorting, it just makes it super easy so that you can sit during the creative process and just lay things out and create. This makes it a lot easier and goes a little bit faster. So that's one thing I do recommend. Just go ahead and sort out everything to little groups. If you have coordinating die cuts that don't stamp perfectly, don't worry about it. Toss them in, and you can always hide the imperfections by adding little embellishments later on. So don't worry about that. Next, let's make it easy on ourselves. I like to keep a set of just simple backgrounds ready to go. Things like ink blended panels, embossed panels, some pattern paper, just pretty much cut and ready to go. That way I can just, when I want to make quick, easy cards, I can just separate my die cuts and stamped images, pull out my little background panels, and we can have a play. Think clean and simple because your leftover stamped and die cut images are the star of your show. We just need to give them the stage to shine on. Now for the fun part. We're going to play around. I like to pick out maybe a panel, and maybe I can start adding in some of the elements from my piles. We can kind of pull elements and see what might work, what may not work. Like this background panel may not work, so we can move that to the side, and we might have another one that would work better, like maybe this one. We can take and pop these on. By playing around, it allows you to lay out your images on a card base or a card front like I'm doing, and you can move them around, see what's working, see what's not working. Decide if you want to change something, like maybe we don't want that right there. We may just want her, and maybe like we might want just some of the other little images like the little seashells. So it allows you to kind of play around with different images and different layouts so that you can get a really quick and easy card really easy. It allows you to move things around. Plus, it gives you more ideas when you start playing. And you don't have the fear of gluing anything down. So there's no mistakes because you can easily pop things on, pop things off. Decide, yes, I like that. No, I don't. So I can I can move all this around, play around with it, get the arrangement that I like. And then once I have it, I can snap a picture of it with my phone and move on. Or I can stick this in an envelope and come back to it when I have a little bit more time to glue everything down. Think of it, it's kind of like playing with paper dolls. Think of it that way. You're playing with paper dolls. You're playing with paper. And we all love to play with paper, right? All right, we'll go ahead and start attaching some of our pieces here. If you remember from the video the other day, I did talk about mass producing. So you want to kind of do all your steps at one time. Do all your arranging. Do all of your stamping, or not stamping, but yeah, stamp all your sentiments at the same time. Do all of your building at the same time. That way it'll make it go a lot quicker and you don't have to overthink it. Like I said in the other video, you can always do your batch system and just do all the steps at one time. Like, for example, we've done all the arranging. We've got our little elements going. Now all we have to do is add a few sentiments to our cards so that we can move right along. So I might go ahead and we're going to add this. We're going to start adding our sentiments now after we make sure they're nice and straight. And all you have to do once you start getting everything built up is you can go back through and batch your sentiments, and then we can move on to our next step for our finishing touches. To finish up, I like to add maybe a few simple embellishments, but I also like to add my highlights. So I consider that an embellishment as well. So for some of them, I will just add some white gel pen highlights. We could even go back to our glitter pen and add some of that. Another great thing is the Stardust stickles. That's always a good embellishment. There's also any of the enamel dots out there. Winka Stella. Any of those things are great things to add. Gold gel pen, silver gel pen. Think simple. The free sequin mix that is included in any order with that rabbit hole designs. I mean, there's a plethora of things that you can add to finish off your cards. Just keep it simple, keep it fun. And I promise you, you can take that pile of leftover die cuts and turn them into some gorgeous cards. And just like that, a pile of leftovers turned into gorgeous handmade cards. I hope you give this a try. And if you like this video, make sure you pop over here to this video right over there. And I will see you over there. All right, guys. Stay crafty. Love you. Bye.